So today's video is a quick video about Guadeloupe in the Caribbean. I got a last minute invite from some friends that had a house here and they were set up for a couple of months going through paternity leave. Not often do I get a pre-planned, pre-organized trip where I just have to buy a flight and go. So with a toddler, we said, hey, we got to try this out. As you can see, it's absolutely stunning. It's a beautiful place. And so just want to talk you through the kite spots, talk you through the setup, talk you through what there is to do here. So let's talk about travel. First, direct flights on JetBlue from New York City, reasonably priced. The flight out here was just under 4 hours, and I think the flight back might be more like 4.5, 5. So totally reasonable, even with kids. And then once you get here, you do need a car to get around the island. So the kite spots are spread out maybe 15, 20, 30 minutes apart. And so having a car is a must. In terms of when to come, the kite season and the wind season is really December to June, with the peak being in January, February, March. This is a very rocky and reef heavy island. So not a ton of big, open, easy beaches for beginners, which means you've got to be a little bit more selective about your kite setups. And there weren't a ton of rentals where you could just kite out front. I haven't been able to go out front, but there's a lot of reef. It's a bit of a sketchy launch down here. So I tended to go to the main kite spots. The other thing to keep in mind is it's all east wind. So the south part of the island down here are where all the most popular spots are. Saint Anne, Saint Francois, Les Salines, Pointe de Château. Really, they all work on an east wind, and things get much trickier on north winds. You have to go to the north side of the island. There's more reef, it's sketchier launches, bigger waves, so much more of an advanced riding type of situation. Starting with the first kite spot, Bois-Jolin, this is the beginner spot. I went with my buddy who was taking lessons there. Huge open beach, big grassy area for staging and launching kites. And then you have 2 bays protected by a reef, so you get decent flat water. Split down the middle by a sandbar, and then on the outside you can get out into the waves if you're a little bit more advanced and you want to get away from the crowds. There they had a good beginner kite school. My buddy took lessons from Claude, who was very mellow, good instructor, got him up and riding, got him riding upwind, was able to give them some rentals and some supervised riding. And the only thing to know about that kite school is their largest kite size seemed to be about a 12 meter. So if you're a heavier rider, bring your own 14s, 15s, 17s for those lighter wind days. The next spot was down the road. This is at Saint Anne, so they call it Plage de Carvel, or it's the beach right out in front of Club Med. Much bigger bay, but it's deeper, so it's much choppier. The school there has boats, so they do boat pickups. It's a bit more of a full service option if you want that there. And then the launch there, if you're riding on your own, is a bit sketchy. It's just a little patch of land. You're in rocky water. You've got palm trees all around you. But I think it's worth it. I didn't get a chance to ride there, but I would go back since there was a great wave break just right off the point there, not too far offshore. And I think it would be a killer intermediate place to learn to get into kind of some real waves on a surfboard. In terms of what else to do on the island, food, food, food. You definitely feel the French influence when you hit the patisseries and you get the croissants and the baguettes. That was my first stop. The restaurants were tasty, cheap, so I could stay here for a while and eat my way through all of the tiny little beachfront restaurants. After that, I'd recommend chartering a boat, go north to Ile Carré or go south to something Deo, getting off the main island, getting to check out some of the other kite spots. And then last but not least, I'd go to Terrebas, which is the other side of the island. It's much less inhabited, more kind of empty beaches, good hiking, or go out to the east side, go to Pointe de Château. You can do a little hike there and find some desolate beaches too. So yeah, overall, really loved Guadeloupe. Definitely gonna come back if I get a chance. For those of you thinking about it, hope this helped you out. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you got any questions about it, throw in the comments down below. And thanks for watching.